what are your micro recovery tips, techniques, technologies, whatever you use when you're in heavy training to really, because I'm assuming that maximizing recovery is a huge aspect as you get older. I know it is for me. I'm 42 now and definitely find that I have to be a bit more careful about a bit more sleep and slightly better nutrition and things like that, because otherwise soreness and tiredness and things like that get multiplied. What are the sort of top 3, 4, 5 things that you do when you're training hard to really get that recovery maximized?
Yeah, you touched on a couple of them. Sleep is so important. And I have to be so disciplined and intentional about it. It's so easy to get hung up working on the computer, on my phone. And when I start heavy training, I have to really make sure I get off my electronics, an hour, at least an hour, sometimes longer before I want to go to bed, and making sure I'm eating a good meal late enough, but not too late, so that I sleep well through the night. I've also discovered I like to use a scoop of protein before I go to bed. I feel like I get better deep sleep through the night when I do that. So sleep becomes so important. You cannot neglect it as you age. And that's probably your biggest performance enhancer you can find is sleep. Looking at nutrition, for sure, I'm really big on keeping things simple, and one of the most simple things I do is try to incorporate as many vegetables into my life as I can. So I try to always have some form of vegetables at lunch and dinner, and 3 different kinds if I can, and large quantities of them. So I think getting those micronutrients from our food becomes really important. I eat meat, so I do a lot of lean proteins, looking for grass-fed and pasture-raised animals to get those healthy proteins in me, and healthy fats as well. I'm not afraid to eat fat. I eat a lot of avocados, use a lot of olive oil, mix in, really healthy fats all through my day. So the diet is like a core component. I don't over stress perfection with it, but I do try to kind of keep processed as minimal as possible and focus on the high quality stuff. Yeah, I have to fill in with some processed here and there, but really, as long as I'm getting my core nutrition right, I feel like I'm okay there. I also would say learning to take care of my body, learning to listen to my body. One of the things I like to share with people is I think our bodies will whisper to us before they talk to us, before they yell at us. And over time, I've learned to listen to the whispers, to listen to the cues. And the sooner I do that and deal with that, the better I am at keeping myself healthy. I can't train if I'm not healthy. So my goal is to keep my body healthy and functional. So I'm always trying to listen to the whispers at a minimum. And when it talks, to be like, okay, you know what, I'm taking today off, or I'm going to go do something. Because if I wait till it yells, that's a week off, that's 2 weeks off, that's, months off. Right. So I've learned the hard way to listen to the whispers, but it's actually helped me so much in the sense of, I'm not afraid to take a day off if I need to, because that perspective of having to take a month off is way worse. What else would I say? The functional movements, like Lawrence has really helped me understand how connected our bodies are. And so to know that my glutes are related to my feet or my shoulders, my hips are impacted by all those things. My neck impacts so many things. The fascia and everything, how our nervous systems, our soft tissue is all tied together. And so being really holistic on self-care and trying to be more proactive and preventative on self-care has become huge for me. And I have my own tendencies of what tends to get tangled up and tied up. So I know those patterns, and I can focus on those. So for your listeners, I would say to kind of, if you have somebody you can work with to begin understanding that, where are your patterns where you get weak or tangled or tied up, to know for you personally, okay, I need to pay more attention here. And I think to remember too, it's more important to untangle and remove tension first before strengthening. You never want to strengthen dysfunction. So you want to have functional movement first before you add in strength. And I think that gets misordered often. So I've tried to be functional first and then add the training, add the strength to that.